Well, hey YouTube, welcome back, my friends, once again to Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Yep, I'm back up here once again in the Jack Shack. So what I wanted to talk to you tonight, I'm sure the title and the thumbnail already gave it away, but we're talking tonight about CW. CW, as many of you know, is very close and near and dear to my heart. I do 99.9% CW communications on amateur radio or ham radio, and I truly enjoy it, and I think that's why, and that's what leads you to get better at the craft, because CW is a craft. CW is also another language, like learning Spanish, like learning French, or maybe some people like learning Mandarin Chinese, and it's just something that you have to work at. A lot of people say, hey Jack, how do I get better at CW? Many people will tell you the best way to get better at CW is to get on the air and actually use it. Make some conversation, make some QSOs, right? And do some work with the key and actually communicate with people. And I know it's scary. It is really scary to get on there because you're like, oh, I'm going to make a mistake. What's this person going to think of me? Guess what? We've all made mistakes at CW. The clip that I'm going to show you somewhere within this video, I'm going to show you a clip of a conversation of what we're talking about tonight. And I made 3 QSOs so far this evening, and I find it to be very rewarding, very fun, and it's a lot of good times. So why the straight key? You know I have a bencher behind me. I use paddles in the field. I use the CW Morse paddles in the field. And, I love the electronic keyers, don't get me wrong. They save a lot of time. You can, speed up your conversations a little bit. But there's some nostalgic of the straight key. The straight key is where it all started. And you can also use a cootie key. You've seen mine. My cootie key actually, I purchased it probably 2 or 3 months ago. And I bought it for, straight key contests. And I find it to be rewarding because it's a slower conversation. You have to slow yourself down because it's all about timing. And you're going to see that in this video because I did make a couple of mistakes. And you'll see those mistakes. But I want to put them in there just to prove to you that everybody still makes mistakes. That's just the way of CW. Now, there are some really good people out there, I'm sure, and I know a couple. One of my Elmers, his call sign is W3WH. I won't give his name out here, but you can look him up. And he brought me up, back in my 20s or so. 20s, I guess, sometime in my 20s. Working real slow with me on CW. He'd get on late at night on 10 meters when I was a novice, back when there was 5 different licenses. And he would work with me, and he would talk to me back and forth at 5 words a minute. And there was another older ham, no, I should say a veteran ham, but he passed. He became a silent key, so I won't give his call sign out here. And he also worked with me. The 2 of those guys helped bring me along because they knew I liked it. They knew I had a spark for it, and that's all these guys do. These guys never had microphones hooked to their radios. CW for me is, like I said, 99.9% of my ham radio conversations. But you have to use it, and you're still going to maybe make some mistakes, especially now using a cootie key. There's a lot more mistakes than using a paddle. So we are talking tonight about another club. There's so many ham radio clubs. Back in the day, all there was your local club, your local ham radio club. I am a member of WACOM. That's WA3COM. You can look them up on the internet. The Washington Amateur Communicators. And I was a member with those guys 20-some years ago when I was in ham radio. I left it. And it's nice because if you're in a club and you leave for a while, people are going to maybe, they're going to miss you. But then when you come back, they just, pull you back into the fold, and it's like, hey, come on back in, So I've been hanging with those guys now for the past year since I got back into ham radio. And I am one of 2. There's 2 CW operators in the organization, And there's 2 more new guys coming on, and I think that's great. And they're starting to practice now, and they're starting to get more comfortable and starting to try to learn. Okay? We'll talk about one time or another about all the different aids out there, and what I really feel about the aids, and what I think about using it as a crutch too often, but we'll do that in another video. But what I want to talk to you tonight about, I'm going to show you my screen here now, because I'm recording the screen at the same time I'm recording my video, so I hope I get this all together. It's the SKCC, or the Straight Key Century Club, okay? And this was formed, I don't even know when it was formed last, or when it was started, but they have a whole organization of people that like using straight keys. And if you start watching a lot of YouTube videos, start watching a lot of pod activators. I've been noticing pod activators going out with straight keys, with bugs. Not so much cootie keys. Cootie keys seems like it's not one of those mainstream type of keys. Maybe that's why I chose it. I also chose it probably for price. I mean, a straight key would have been cheaper. But a bug, they're pretty expensive because there's a lot of mechanics in the bug. And I understand why they're more expensive. So maybe one day I'll pick one up. I don't know. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun with the cootie key. So this page, you can definitely donate. PayPal, you can donate on there if you wish, okay? You can join this club for absolutely free. Doesn't cost you anything to join. They have newsletters on here. They have presentations of thrifty first SKCC marathon awards. There's all kind of information on here. They have a SKCC, I guess they have an SKCC logger, which I didn't know about. I don't even think I'm logged in right now. But what I thought was interesting when I was looking through this thing, they have what's called an SKCC skid page. I'm going to bring that up. So what this is right now, basically it's everybody that's running apparently with straight keys, and they're looking for conversations. Now you can go around to bands, you can find these guys. It's kind of like a POTA page really, because you have their call sign, so you can see their call sign. You can find their frequency on here, and you can actually talk to them. And I believe you can actually post yourself on it. It says active users right now is 11. Now, I don't know if they're actively just on this site or if they're actively on the radio. I'm not really sure. I don't understand that much of it. But it's a nice place for conversations. It's a nice place to say, hey, look, I'm on this frequency. I would like to talk and strike up a conversation on the radio on CW. Let's see if I can't go back here now. So they do have the skid page. They have the CW Beginners Corner. Okay, they talk about a lot welcoming new CW operators, and there's more and more people getting into CW. I used to believe CW is dying. I used to think, man, it's a dying craft. I'll never have anybody to talk to. I've never sat down at the radio in the evening and called CQ and not had somebody come back. That's pretty good. I don't know what it is on sideband. Like I said, I don't really get on the microphone because that's not my thing. I do like talking on CW more, and I like communicating, you know, with pulses of radio waves. But anyway, again, like I said, you can join for free. They do actually talk about the Long Island CW Club, and this link goes out to the Long Island CW Club. I have not joined as of yet. I think we've talked about that before. I like to join because, like I said, CW is one of those crafts where you can always get better, right? I never felt that I was to that point where, you know, I'm not like a know-it-all. I'm starting to catch, you know, getting that instant recognition of letters and numbers. It's great for call signs. It's great for POTA. It's great for SKCC contacts. But anyway, SKCC, as you're going to see in the video that I did, I just talked to a gentleman here, Jim, and we had struck up a conversation. He is in Kalamazoo, Michigan, on 40 meters. Before that, I talked to 2 people on 20 meters. And when you call out CQ, 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 SKCC, DE, give your call sign. Other members hear that, and they know that you're making a call for a very scripted conversation. The scripted conversation is basically this. You give a signal report, you send your state, and you send your name, and then you'll send your SKCC number. Everybody gets assigned a number, you sign up. And sign up, did I say it's free to sign up? So you sign up and they'll send you a number. And usually, I'm telling you what, it's usually within 24 hours you'll have your information kit. You'll have your welcome kit. It's a great organization. You'll have your number. Write your number down, and they send you a really nice, and I don't have it here, a printed certificate with your number on it. It says, welcome to SKCC. They are promoting CW in a way that I haven't seen anybody else around promoting it. Not that I know of. I know there's the Fist Club or something, and I don't really know if that's just CW or straight key. But this is entirely about straight keys, such as, again, the straight key, the cootie key, and the bug. Okay, that's what they want you to use. And as I said, that's why I hooked mine up tonight. That's why I was starting to call out. Operating frequencies, they got certain places you can operate pretty much any band, but they have, I guess they have primary places suggesting calling frequencies that you can get on. Tonight I was not on one of those. It says 738. What was I on? I was on 7.44.50. So, but you can call anywhere on the bands. People will hear you and they'll come back to you. So you're encouraged to use, as again, straight keys, bugs, or cootie keys, and call out for anybody out there. There's a handbook. Again, there's a way to join right here. And again, it's free. Just fill this out. Right? Give them your call sign. Give them a real email address so they get a hold of you, because they're going to send your package back. Your state, your province, and what have you. And yeah, it's just a great organization. I signed up a while ago, and it's funny because I send my number out. People know that you're new because just where your number is at, because it's sequential numbers. Individual member information. There's some stuff there where you put your call sign in there, and you can display your member information. So, Morris Elmers, they got places here where you can contact an Elmer to get started. There's different regions you can contact them in. They give you their names. It's just an all-out good group of people. It's just really, really nice that this is put together, and I'm glad I found it. I think I found it because I was watching actually somebody's YouTube video, and they talked about it probably. But I want you to join. And a lot of people say, hey, Jack, how do I learn CW? Should I buy a straight key? Should I buy paddles? It's like me telling you to wear a certain kind of tennis shoe. It has to fit you. It has to fit your way of operating. It has to fit what you like to do. Maybe one day you'll get good with a mechanical bug. I've never tried one. One day I will, but I've never really tried it. I used to have straight keys years ago when I first started CW. Should you start with the straight key? I don't know. It's kind of easier these days to start with an electronic key and just turn the speed down because it's doing a lot of the timing for you more than you're doing the timing. So anyway, I'm going to break this now. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this video in here and show you me calling CQ. Okay, if you want to, you can fast forward through it. I think it's about 6 or 7 minutes. Me going to 40 meters and then getting a hold of Jim I told you I just talked to and the conversation that we had. So let's go ahead and watch that video now. All right, maybe we'll go up to 40 meters and give a couple calls and see if we can't get somebody up there or down there, I guess. I don't think I'm too close to that guy. 10509. And that's it. So I was able to capture a call for you. So next thing I do is I just go over and I put it in my logbook, and I mark it in there as an SKCC contact. And okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. As you've seen, I made a couple mistakes. Sending his call back was an 8, and I couldn't get the timing down with the QD key, you know, back and forth. The main thing is, if you're using a QD key, I have found, slow down, right? Set an easier pace. We're so used, or I'm so used to using paddles where it's like, you know, because I'm talking right now between 18 to 20 words a minute is where I'm pretty comfortable. But slow the pace down, you know, and as you see when I'm setting my number, I hold the top of the key. I think that just gives me a more way to slow my brain down, to hold the key and actually work the key back and forth just slower to send my number out. And as again, like I said, it will definitely help you to learn how to copy numbers better. We do so much and put so much emphasis into the alphabet of CW. We never give ourselves enough time or put enough emphasis in the numbers, let alone the punctuations, which I'm still not great at. I'm still figuring out the slash, right? I think it's dot, dot, dash, and I'm still working on that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something a little bit different. Like I said, I always think of something that I can give you that will be a little different. You know, I wanted to be informative. That's why I wanted to talk about SKCC. Again, it's a great organization, a great group of people. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button. Stick around here with me. I'd love to have you on board. And, you know, so you can see what I'm going to record next. I never know what it is, but I always hope it's going to be interesting. Guys, take care. Once again, from Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Up here once again, I know it's lame, but in the Jack Shack. I'll talk to you next time. 73s, I hope to catch you on the airways. Bye for now, everybody. Take care. I'll see you next time.